Hello, hi. This is Jun from Active Secretary. This is the second run of our product demonstration, product explainer video for today because we just realized that there was a little bit of error that went on, a little bit of error that happened during one of our run. We're supposed to run this session on the that is in a format that is suitable for people who are using smartphone. But apparently just now what happened was that we streamed to landscape and we entirely skipped the streaming to those smartphone devices. And we know that it's very important for us. This session is very important for us because it allows us to connect to our customer, and we don't want to miss out on the opportunities to explain to you how our product works. It is a very important session for us. We want to make use of this session to connect to our listeners, to connect to people who are interested in using our product. So now, I just want to we just want to rerun one more time to let the listeners on the smartphone devices to have a feel of what we are doing as well, because it's very important. Because once we run this stream for devices, for laptop devices and computer devices, apparently the reach is it doesn't reach to the Android devices. That is why we are starting this once again. Well, basically, the presentation for today is we are focusing on your smartphone and how it can be used by hackers and malicious actors to spy on you and your activities. And we are also explaining how can one of our product called ActiveGuard, how can ActiveGuard help you in improving your cybersecurity protection. But the main focus in understanding the ways hackers make use of your phone to attack your personal life. So let me just go through this. So this is the slide that we will be using today. It's called Your Smartphone is Spying on You. And because nowadays we are all using our smartphone for a lot of activities, for a lot of personal activities. It can be for your work, you're conversing with your colleagues. It can be for entertainment. You are essentially playing all types of games on smartphones nowadays, and you are also watching movies on smartphones. Then, in addition to that, you're using it to communicate with your loved ones, with your colleagues, and there's so many things you're learning on the phone. You're doing your quizzes on the phone. You're doing your research on the phone. Everything's on the phone right now, and it allows you to establish a clear boundary between you and your personal life. Unlike AR glasses, whereby it is on you the whole day, and it makes you so tired. But a phone is very comfortable. You can adjust the distance from your screen to your eyes to make it more comfortable, and can just leave it when as and when you like it. So that is why it has become the comfortable go-to devices for all of your lifestyle needs. But because of this, hackers and malicious actors, they are targeting this aspect, this thing that you're looking out for, this device that you're using, because it has a lot of functions that can actually access all areas of your life. And from there, they can piece together information about your personal life and using that to form a scam or a fraud against you. And in this slide, I want to explain exactly how they are going to use this, how are they going to achieve it, and finally we'll end off with how are we going to thwart the attempts by all these hackers and malicious actors. So our research have shown that the threat landscape is growing, and from last year to now, there has been 151% rate of increase, the increase in the rate of attack on just smartphones alone. And our research have shown that this is due to advanced hackers and malicious actors leveraging advanced artificial intelligence systems to create and devise faster ways, and not just faster way, ingenious, new, innovative methods to get to the information on your phone, to get to the functions, to abuse the functions on your phone. So I'll go on to explain how they do it. With this better understanding, you'll know how to better protect yourself in the digital realm. Okay, so now one of the ways that hackers are spying on you right now on your phone is using the camera. So the camera has the front camera and the back camera. So there are several ways that they access this camera to spy on you. The first way, which is the least possible way, that is that taking continuous video of you and your surrounding. So they used to do that. They used to use the camera on the front and the back to take continuous shot of what's happening in the surrounding and to take private moments of you so that they can use this video to extort you. So one thing is never bring your smartphone when during your private actions, like visiting the toilet to empty your bowels or to bathe. Don't do these kind of things because they love this kind of situation whereby they can take continuous video of you and later they'll use this private moment videos to extort you. So don't do it. But they used to take continuous video. Now they have stopped. They have evolved to taking small burst video. So this small burst video, it could be a few seconds here and there everywhere. Then together they'll piece together all this information to understand what's going on in your life. They want to understand more about you so that later on they can form a scam or fraud that is specially designed for you. So you need to prevent that. Now, the most popular method is they like to use the camera front and back to take photographs of you. So they are taking photograph of you in your private moments. They are taking photograph of places that you're visiting so that they understand your daily habits and your behavior and they can better understand. With all this better understanding, they can further create a fraud that is so convincing that can be used to fraud you easily. So this is the camera exploitation. Then the other one is spying on you through your microphone. They used to like to take long, continuous conversations on the microphone to understand what's going on in the boardroom, to understand what are you communicating with your friends, your associates, your colleagues. Now it's being taken in short bursts, in very low resolution short bursts, so that it can be extracted from your phone, most likely at 3 a.m. when you're sleeping, that you won't notice anything. Even when the device is very hot, you are not using the phone, so you won't detect that this information is being extracted from your phone to their server. Then they'll piece together information as to what you're discussing. They love to know about things you discuss in the boardroom, the product details, the secret sauce that goes into your product. They want to understand what's your product launch date because they want to sabotage you. Your competitors want to sabotage you on the product launch date. So, in addition to that, there is also this clipboard harvesting. So, in the past, they like to understand what you're typing on the phone, but they like to do a continuous monitoring of what you type so that they know exactly what kind of website you're visiting and so on. But now they are just targeting the clipboard. So by targeting the clipboard, they will understand your password that you're cutting and pasting on the login page. They also have access to your OTPs, and they're using all this to take over and hijack your banking accounts and your social media account. So these are the three things that hackers most commonly abuse on your smartphone in order to get to you. So you got to be very careful about these three functions. Now let me just move on why they want to do this. And mostly it's all about money because there is a lot of money in getting all this kind of information from you. So regardless whether is it banking theft, is it using your personal information to sell on the dark web, or is it they are taking over your social media account in order to trick your relatives, borrowing money from them, or they will send, like what I said earlier, they have taken photographs and videos of your private moments and they want to send these videos to your relatives. They want to threaten you, telling you that they'll send this private information to your relatives, to your friends, private moments of yourself because they want to destroy your reputation. And with that, they want to extort money from you. So underlying all this motivation is always about money. Identity theft is this is one of their favorite. They love to take over your social media account, and it's not for fun. They love to take over your Steam account so that they can steal various things on your Steam account, your games. They have access to all your games and all the money that you have in your games and all the digital assets that you have in your game account. They'll gain control of it and sell it off for a large amount of money. After that, they'll return you the empty account. They like to take over your social media site so that they can borrow money from your relatives, or they'll take over your social media site in order to commit crime in your name. So this is what they love to do. Now this one is okay, so this is more for corporate users. They like to steal information about from corporate executive. They like to know the secret sauce that goes into the product so that they can replicate the product, or they want to know about your product launch date so that they can sabotage you on that day, taking market share away from you. So who do they target? There's basically three groups of people that they like to target. The first group that they love is everyday user like me and everyone else. So me and everyone else, they love to target. Why? It's because they always assume that they are unimportant. But the moment you assume that you're unimportant, you will lower your cybersecurity awareness. And this is when they want to take things away from you. You may not They may not be targeting directly the money that you have, but you have a lot of digital assets that are actually very precious nowadays, and they want this. They want your social media account, they want your tax account that can be sold for a large amount of money. They want access to so many accounts, though all these accounts, your Reddit, your Facebook, and so on, so that they can turn them into bots. And this bot operation, they can sell all these accounts for a lot of money, because a lot of these bot armies, they want real accounts, and they rely on these hackers to hack this account to sell it to them for their malicious operations. Then the next group is, of course, corporate executives, lawyers, doctors. They love to target lawyers because lawyers have so much information on their private clients. Lawyers solve so many private cases that it can be used as dirt on the clients if the hackers manage to access them. And if they target the lawyer, they're actually targeting so many clients, and they'll be getting dirt on so many clients that they can use to extort all these people. And the same goes for doctors. They want to get sensitive information about their clients. For example, let's say there's a celebrity who has some sexual disease, but the celebrity put on a good front, has a good reputation, and the hackers, they want this private information so that they can tell everybody that, hey, this particular actor, this celebrity, has some sexual health situation, some condition that they will later use to extort that person. So this leads on to the third group of people, that people that absolutely doesn't want their dirt to be exposed to anyone. First, celebrities. Second group, politicians. And third group, influencers. Though these people, they don't want their dirt to be exposed to everybody. And that is why hackers, they especially love to target them, because they want to threaten to destroy their reputation. Destroying their reputation will enable them to extort them for a large amount of money, depending on how famous the politician or how connected the politician is. So even though if everything seems to be very quiet, everyday life seems to be very quiet, you must already assume that the malicious actors and application, already live inside your phone, because it's very easy to click on a malicious link on a website, or through some manipulation on the PDF that you have scrolled, and then you accidentally just touch one malicious link, and it just downloads this application on your phone so that it fully exposes your camera, your microphone, and your keyloggers to the hackers. So you must already assume, which is why you must get some solutions to counter this situation. That is why we have designed ActiveGuard. ActiveGuard is this cybersecurity software that increases your cybersecurity solution. Basically, it's a digital shield. It has an antivirus shield. And in addition to that, it has the advanced intrusion detection system that actually detects malicious behavior at the background. So once it detects all this malicious behavior on the background, it will surface an alert to you, through which you can use our advanced firewall to block all these malicious activities. Then apart from that, you also have various privacy monitoring functions, such as the camera monitoring function, the microphone monitoring function, the clipboard monitoring function, and all this is being monitored if you use ActiveGuard, and it will keep you safe. And you can download ActiveGuard for free by scanning this QR code, or you can just go to Google Play's website and type ActiveGuard without the space, just ActiveGuard. Then it will bring you directly to our solution, which you can download and use for free immediately. But if you feel that it is very good, you can opt for higher tier of protection through by connecting to our subscription system, and it's very cheap. It's only $1.99 per month and $22.99 per year. Even though this is a very new cybersecurity solution, it has already have a lot of subscribers, and now we're looking for building more subscribers so that we can protect more people. So this is basically the features of ActiveGuard. You can protect your camera from spying on you, monitor your camera for camera abusers, monitor your microphone in case the hacker is spying on you on your microphone, and monitor your keylogger, monitor your clipboard in case the hackers they are spying on your what you're typing on your phone. For example, your password, your OTPs, and all this information that they want to use to take over your social media account. And plus, there's a free intrusion detection system that is highly advanced, that's running 24/7 in the background, trying to detect malicious activities. And once detected, it will alert to you, where you can use our advanced firewall to block out all these malicious activities. And you'll be surprised. Some of these social media application is lying quietly in your phone in the background, and they're sending information about you even though you never open all the social media application. They're sending information about you 24/7 back to the server because they want to understand your behavior even when you are not opening all these social media application. It's just working quietly behind. And once you install this ActiveGuard, you will discover, I won't name out which social media platform is spying on you, but if you download ActiveGuard, turn on the intrusion detection system, it will reveal to you which social media application is spying on you right now. And some social media application is doing it in such a blatant way. They're basically sending information about you, your location, and so many information about you to their server every single hour. And some are abusing so much, they're sending information about you every half an hour. And that is how blatant they're sending information about you. And that is all happening without you even turning on those social media application, without you even using it. You're not keying anything, you're not doing anything, but they're harvesting all this information about you and sending it back home. Download ActiveGuard, and you will discover. I cannot name which social media platform is spying on you, but you download, you'll discover, okay? And it will discover so many other things. You don't even have to pay a single cent to discover all this. You can start downloading, using it for free. This intrusion detection system is law enforcement grade. Law enforcement grade. I used to be a law enforcement officer, and I'm telling you, this is law enforcement grade, and you can start using it for free. And if you want higher tier protection, you can just subscribe to it at $1.99 per month or $22.99 per year. It's that cheap. We just launched 1 month ago, and a lot of people have already subscribed to our yearly plan because they've seen what this intrusion detection system and various functions can do in order to optimize the cybersecurity protection. Now, let me just move on to the next slide. Well, basically, what's happening is that we are trying to explain to you how ActiveGuard works. It works in the background 24/7, working to identify if there's any intruders on your phone that's trying to connect to your phone remotely, sometimes in the middle of the night at 3 a.m., even when you're sleeping. That's when they love to come at 3 a.m., connect to your phone, and get the information from your phone. And that is when ActiveGuard kicks in. It'll kick in to protect you, and it will send you an alert telling you that this particular situation has happened at 3 a.m. in the morning. And sometimes, if those you are subscribed to our AI cybersecurity engine, it will tell you where did this attack come from. Maybe it came from Russia, maybe it came from China, maybe it came from Middle East. All right. And you'll be surprised at who exactly is targeting you. Like what I said, they love to target you. They love to target people like me and the others simply because we think we are unimportant, but actually we have so many digital assets they want your behavior, your daily habits, your private moments, especially those videos and photos of your private moments. They're taking pictures of all those things happening and they're extracting all this information in order to formulate to understand your private life and to fraud you at a later stage. So make use of ActiveGuard's free intrusion detection system to suss out all these things. Turn on the monitor in ActiveGuard to check for abusers on your camera, to check on abusers on your microphone, to check on abusers on your clipboard, to check if they are getting information about where you are visiting, your OTP, your password, and so on. And turn on the login activity monitor because there could be attempts by other people who are trying to log into your phone. You need that to with those information you can find out, did anybody try to log in on your phone when you were away? And you will be very surprised to find out that there are really attempts by others to log into your phone. Usually it's your spouse, usually it could be your children as well, and most importantly, many times it can be your work colleague. There's examples of people who left their phone on the table, left for a toilet break, come back and check the login monitor, and they realized that there were attempts to log into their phone, and there were only two of them in the room, just one person and the other colleague. So it's the other colleague who wants to gain access to the phone. They try to log in two times, two failed attempt. They didn't try for the third time because this will ignite the alert to the system. They'll lock down the phone, so they try for two times. But you know that this person is, although she's very nice to you, she was trying to log into your phone, and you gotta beware of that. So make use of all these advanced functions for free. You don't even have to pay a single cent. All you have to do is to scan the QR code, and this will bring you to the Google Play website to download the application to use for free immediately. If you want to have higher tier protection, just subscribe to it in app, and they will give you a full premium cybersecurity protection. So these are the common question. For example, the performance of the phone. Well, it's performing 24/7, but it doesn't drain your battery. We will always review the phone in order to the software in order and ensure that it gives you optimum cybersecurity protection while minimizing the battery consumption. And we respect your privacy. None of your private data will come to us. None of your personal data will come to us. We will never sell your information to third parties because we don't even have your data. That is why we can't even sell your information to anyone else, right? So thank you for your attention during this webinar. I've highlighted how hackers are harvesting information about your private moments, how they're taking photos of you, in your bathroom, in your private moments, and they're using all this to extort you. I've explained to you how they are doing so, how are they getting all this information about you, and how they are doing all this. So now it's your turn to stay protected. Go and download ActiveGuard by scanning this QR code. It will bring you to the Google Play website whereby you can start using it for free. Thank you for your attention, and I hope